experiencing now in a 24-hour periods, mind-blowing.
And across continents too, like it's not just here, it's not just there. I think that's what's getting really exciting, is that others are realizing how magical they are. It's all tapping in, and it is faster than the internet.
It's interesting watching everything go on. I didn't know that Mother's Day was the same day in the US as it is in Australia. In the last 24 hours, a huge download of mother energy. Mother's Day is like, if not the most powerful day. Think of where everybody's consciousness is, their intentions, their focus on that day. Mother's the one that got us all here. And you're a mother like 8 times.
Last night, I wake up at midnight. He's tapping me on the foot. The touch on my foot gave the word not, and then he woke up, and then I got up. And I come out to my computer screen and he says, I've just got to sit up for a while. I have a knot in my stomach. I went, yeah, really? Okay, this is funny. Okay, we'll see where this goes. And as it was unfolding, knot has the silent K. There's only one letter is not silent in words in the alphabet, and it's V, which is 5. So V for victory, V for numeral. Have a look on Telegram, and there's Pamela posting there's a blackout and 4 big solar flares. What was interesting is that we were guided on Jeannie's birthday, which was the 10th of May. The middle of the section of where the blackout is when we were doing the grounding work. Sure enough, as soon as the solar flares ended, the sort of time frame that they had on the UTC time, 2 hours after that, we've been in constant rain. We haven't had rain for quite a few weeks. That's the universe's butterfly effect to confirm what we've just done. The 11th is Jerry's birthday. Jerry is the daughter. She drew Todd's fawn bean in the first interview with Todd. Just drew an eye picture that Todd posted. She drew it before he took the picture or posted it.
She drew that? That thing you sent me?
So we have Jeannie's birthday on the 10th and then Jerry's on the 11th. So they're Taurus. So we call them the herders. They ground.
My youngest is the 8th, the one that lives
Wow.
in. Well, I'm in her apartment.
Well, they're the bulls, right? They bring it in. I learned of the word belly of Eve was the Holy Grail. And the Holy Grail is internal, so it's us. I always used to think the Holy Grail was only more of a feminine energy, but Richard said if you turn a male's organs upside down the same as a female's, it's just the other way around. In fact, so you have female organs like this and the males are like that. So now we're going back to a conversation we've had before where we have the 8 or 2 triangles meeting. So then we have that small point again. That small point connects to our center, our core, our path, where we take our first breath, which is the umbilical cord, which is the belly button, which is our path, which is where I believe we make decisions from. A long time ago to yesterday morning, this belly of Eve, I always felt that it was of a female energy. Grounding, clearing we did, and these grounds had the word heaven, and then they had even, Eve. It's all connected, even, level. All these words have the same origin, and I realized belly of Eve is actually coming back to us being centered from our core, which comes back to the cross dropping to our center, us realizing our true heart, not the pump. The pump sends out the frequency of us, the actual true heart, our spleen, where we make our decisions, where our free will comes from. Yesterday morning had this huge realization that belly of Eve isn't about Eve, or it was until that point. Belly of Eve is all of us realizing our level, being level in our belly. This topic, fasting, has come up since Easter because they knew this is when we would get huge intel, this period. Some of the Indian gods relate to Mother's Day. They believe in 4 things. The golden rose or rose gold, either way. Rose means rise, means flash. Gold is added copper to gold. The Pope gives out 4 golden roses. I look at the solar flare again, and what is it? It's a sun throwing out. Religion, astrology, doing groundwork with rivers, flash, all this is connected. This Indian god, SVA, and means the essence of self. We're on the 19th of March, which was 8 weeks ago this Sunday. So it's all coming through with the same solar flare. There's no coincidences. This Indian god, she was connected to pools of water, pools of hydrogen. We're in full rain, heavy rain for the last 2 days since we did this understanding of these work. We were completely whacked out yesterday, the whole family. A lot of people we heard in Byron felt the same, knocked out from this blackout. I think I saw Pamela say her power was out, and it's plasma. It's this huge energy of plasma, which is intelligence coming to us.
Yeah. Everything is connected, even through the fuckery. Yeah, I mean, I'm talking like sacred texts or religion or government, or even through that. You can't eliminate truth. And what you said about the womb, Morgan used to work in a funeral moratorium, and she was telling me how when they cross section or you split it, man or woman, they look exactly the same. What you just said too. I mean, that's pretty wild. You said that was 8 weeks ago. You go back to March 19th, things started kicking up. We've all acknowledged it, weaving in, right? Even like what you're talking about, the old stuff and the new stuff. I can't even imagine what it's going to look like at the end of the month. It's moving so fast on so many levels. I mean, what's it going to look like? I can't even look beyond 2 or 3 weeks. Morgan and I did a session last night. We didn't know we were going to do it. And I just happened to wake up. The energy of it, along with this mother energy building, it's multi-dimensional, multi-messages, but everything is just coming up perfect in that trajectory. Where's this going to go? Programs from the 3D distorted experience, patterns of behavior from those programs. I feel like there's going to be a hell of a lot of clarity by the time we get to the end of this month. That essence you're talking, it's not going to be denied. There's certain things that we're coming out of. That was a finite illusionary paradigm that I don't think will go any deeper.
We're actually tapping into the rhythms of all the energy coming through. So many kind people out there who devote hours of time sharing this information out with others. They're sharing it because they see the change, they see the shift, and they like it, and I like it. And so we keep sharing because we're showing up as the true Magi ones we are, and it's igniting others, and they're seeing things. It crosses over in so many different areas. Stay balanced, stay even, stay grounded, share kindness, and it just keeps getting bigger. And it's inspiring. It's exciting being a mother. It really is, because I have to say, for many years there, I was quite concerned. I feel like it's the best Mother's Day gift ever.
To hear that from a mother of 8, that you had concerns, even given the sight and sensitivities that you had, really to be in such a unique situation with your family where everybody is lit, but to be able to have that reflection, I could see how that would feel like the best Mother's Day present ever, because you can see where it's going.
It has been the matrix, the mothers being tricked. Now we're returning to our umbilical cord, our center, our fifth being, our fifth element, our supreme being, and we are realizing and remembering and undoing. We are gifted with Mother's Day, which is really about the golden rose. It's gold with a hint of copper in it, and copper is the color of blood. Blood has a high concentrate of copper in it, and that's us. That's us shining with the blood and the water in our veins. The more we can bring forth in some way the essence of yourself. You come here as a starseed, embrace all that huge energy coming through, even if the essence of yourself is to do absolutely nothing, whatever makes the essence of you feel good. We have come here all for a reason, and you have to find your essence and take it now as your power. Pretty much every day next week is a huge day. Not only with astrology, I'm getting it through messages.
That's through the 20th. There we go, the 22nd. Yeah.
The space station just forecasted more big ones coming through. So
you're talking about solar flares and that type of thing?
Yeah. Is that us doing it? Or is it the other way around? I don't know. Whatever is happening, it's working. I saw on Telegram they were having this day coming up called Disclosure Day.
I heard something like that or read something like that. I remember seeing that in the last few days. Connecting dots. Matthew Mornian was on a couple of weeks ago, and he's lit as well. He had mentioned the navel chakra. He was doing some sound to activate it. He was kind of correlating, kind of like you are with that whole umbilical thing.
When they cremate a body, you'll see the bones. It looks like when you go to the beach and you see shells on the beach and some shells are broken. The other thing that doesn't quite melt down is the belly button. So when they present it to the family, they blend it all up. So you never actually get to see this. The belly button does not burn.
This is Morgan channeled. We have a rose gold metallic cosmic chakra when the solar plexus and higher heart merge and become one, aligning with expanded truth, regardless of our experiences, which included the sacred wisdom of the mother that housed us.
So we're remembering all this information. I mean, you just mentioned nearly 5 people there with information that it's crossed over.
People are starting to see what's being presented to them on a daily basis. Like they're starting to see the language of the universe.
One of the messages last night, the only time the letter V was used in a silent context was by Trump in 2017. He put out a weird tweet that sent the internet into chaos for 6 hours and 3 minutes. Works out to be 369. Trump typed these words. Despite the constant negative press, Kov Fifi, it sent the internet wild. And then he went offline.
When was this? Like,
it was at 12:06 a.m. I'm looking at it at 12:06 a.m. my time.
Morgan just sent me a note. She said, you messaged me at midnight. The story I just told you. Oh my God, this is hilarious.
Trump has come to me quite a few times over the years in dreams as a messenger. Kov Fifi is together, silent, victory.
Silent senses,
is the same meaning. Together, silent, sense. It's the senses within us. Despite the constant negative press, if you meme it, it's everywhere.
How do you spell that word?
They said that this is a misspelling of a word.
Well, how did he spell it?
It's COVFEFE. And it sounds like coffee. He said this back in May 2017. Now we're coming up to May.
You know what the mainstream big tech is going to put out fucking opposite of what it really is. Kofifi is a nonsense word widely presumed to be a typo that Donald Trump used in a viral tweet when he was president of the United States. It instantly became like this big thing, right? That's wild. Even if it was an error, you could say his soul, our soul, higher self put it out. That means it's out there a lot. The third energy, that which is all of us, whatever you want to explain it, source, God, whatever you want to call it, is dictating things. It is us. And we're coming out of this whole thing. We were taking very ginger baby steps, and now we're starting to pick up the pace. So something that seems as inane as something like that, with the Trump thing, is full of energy.
You have all these confirmations of all the Magi ones sharing at this time of Mother's Day. This golden rose in us from our mothers. That's how we all got here. Through the mothers, through the matrix. Now we're returning to our center, our umbilical cord. We're finding the level ground, the even ground. Whatever you can do to acknowledge that, I feel will just surge out. Feel that it will assist those that have to do the whole disclosure thing. It will assist others to see things in their family or their child. This golden rose will bring this essence of themselves to remember what do they really need, and they can let go of the matrix.
Imagine the impact. There's a lot of love-hate relationships with mother. Even 10% of the world, by whatever means, through this period you're talking about, comes and levels off with their own mother. Could you imagine the energetic impact it would cause? This journey back to the umbilical is the reemergence of the 0 point. And our perspective, I believe, that's characteristic of our evidentiary of this transformation, is that we're able to see these things now.
It's not from social media that I get this information. It's from that we are doing through the day. I knew nothing of Golden Rose until midnight last night. It's impressive, exciting, as confirmation. Nothing makes sense. This has come up for me again because Richard said it on our walk the other day. nothing makes sense to me. Really made me look at those words. No thing makes sense. Doesn't make sense. Matter does not make sense. Sense is in us, which comes back to Mother's Day this weekend, which comes back to that Indian god and the golden rose. It's essence of self. It's already in us, the sense. I feel like that's like the pivotal point.
No thing makes sense. Coming from what we perceived, it had to make sense, or it wasn't real. Nothing makes sense. If truth is stranger than fiction, what we thought was truth is false, then what we thought was fantasy or false is our truth.
I remember he's singing me a code. Nothing makes sense. But that was back then, and it's taken from back then to now to even, like you said, each week, each day, everything shape shifts. Even that code 6 months ago has developed and expanded. No thing makes sense, like you just said, our belief system. So the placebo effect. Placenta is the place of entry, place of center. Placenta is where we enter. So it comes back to Mother's Day. Nothing that happens around you matters except for your senses. So what it feels like to you, that's all that matters. Otherwise, there would be no point of us all being so unique. My senses, compared to Richard, are so different, yet we lived together for 25 years. My role in this is the tools that I've learnt and Richard's learnt. So we still carry a nursery for them or a garden bed for them to flourish in. And I remember hearing a very well-known lady who used to channel Pleiadians. And she said that children really are children until they're about the age of 36. 36 really was a changing point in my life. Teach them how to look after the elders, teach them how to look after each other, teach them places of community. That's so that we can build this new world with them. I know more than ever with this past year, this connecting all these amazing people around the world, how much it expanded. Now we have to create these new spaces for us to keep creating in. They need safety, they need security, they need sounding boards. Sometimes they just need you to hear what they're saying. They need to have this debriefing moment. And Richard will say, the information you've read or heard, as disturbing it is, it's actually correct. But it's okay. You're okay. It's not happening to you. You just were meant to see it. Okay, how can you use that now in your life? By Richard having this discussion with Jet, taken the confusion off it for him. It sends them off the deep end because it eats away at these kids, some of this information.
Yeah. I've got 6 kids, and like even in the last year, more than once, called me up and said, "This really real, or is this happening, or what the hell's going on?" You know, I probably do the same thing he does. I just share with them. These are all little cells. You could call it monadic, you could call it family, you call it whatever you want, as we're all expanding and finding our roles in the present moment too. And his role is, he is that king energy. You are that mother energy. This show been pretty fascinating because of some of that stuff that you brought up with this pronounced mother energy. I haven't spoken to my mother since June. No, oh my fucking God. Okay, since May the 31st, true story. Morgan was with me. May the 31st, Morgan and I, 6 o'clock in the morning, caught a bus from Houston, Texas, and went to Fort Smith, Arkansas. May the 31st. That was in 2017. So it's been 6 years. 6 o'clock in the morning was the last time I saw my mother and the last time I ever spoke to her. Through this experience of the last 24 hours, Morgan and I were just talking about this before the show started. We were both kind of going, wow, wow, wow. And I don't know what's going to happen, but I've already texted her. I'm in town and I would like to take you to dinner or brunch on Mother's Day, and we can meet at your favorite restaurant. And I'll buy you dinner. We share this stuff because there is code in it. And even we don't understand it, whatever's going to happen, I really don't know. I don't even know if I'll get a response. But the thing is, no matter what happens, I'm one person that's in the flow with all of you, that's acknowledging this energy. It's here. We've been talking about the mother for a long, long time. And that's what's been missing here.
what you just did triggered me. The last time we saw our eldest son was the 31st of May.
Oh, jeez.
We actually don't know where he is or if his heart is here or not. But I'm going to do the same thing as you just did. Our son's Jack. Our message goes out to him. We love him so much. We all love him. We all have dreams of him all the time. We feel like he's communicating with us. We are always here as his nursery, his garden bed, and nothing matters. Nothing makes sense. We're here. When you're ready, we're here.
The May 31st thing, these are the physical synchronicities that I keep seeing that are happening more and more and more every single day. This is evidence for all of us at the human level. It's these synchronicities that are part of the language of the intuition, the telepathy, the empathy, and the sequential aspect of the way things are happening every day. I don't know if I'll see my mother. You don't know if you all will see Jack, but we are in the flow. I'm talking about the mighty fucking river that we're all let go. And that's the important thing, that we're getting there. No matter what it looks like on the surface of the old linear, this is where we're going. But energetically speaking, it impacted us today, just powerful. So, man, talked about the mother energy for years. That's how this whole thing started. The mother has landed, right? I mean, I'm feeling this in my body. Morgan just sent me a note. That made me emotional. You're emotional. This is about all of us. This is the mother in us, right? And it's in the body. And we all know that the body is everything now. The body is the soul. And wow. Okay, well, that was a big download. I'm going to have to go lay down now. Man, it's such an honor to be in this field of consciousness, to be in this space. And I'm not just talking about Soulology. I'm talking about the whole thing. It's just such an honor to share space with you today, because I'm sharing space with you, with Richard, as I'm sharing it with you. I'm sharing it with your family. We're all sharing this together. I love you all. I love you, Elsa. I love your family. And we'll see you next time. We want to have a big download.